Yuka Takaoka is out of prison. If you're not sure who she is, I have a video covering her and the details of what she did, but just a quick refresher for those who have already seen it, and for those who don't know. This woman paid for a man's time in Japan, named Luna, a male host entertainer. That in itself is fine, as host clubs aren't uncommon in Japan's culture. However, Yuka paid consistently for Luna's time so nobody else would get it. The problem becomes Yuka. But let me explain. Luna and Yuka started seeing each other after Yuka had paid for no one else to see him, but for her time only, and things were going pretty well for a brief time, until they agreed to live together. It's downhill from here. Luna was moving some of his things into their new place, and he would arrive a couple hours late. When Luna got there that evening, he took a shower, and Yuka went through his phone. Exactly what she saw in there isn't for certain, but I would assume, with Luna's style of work, that it had something to do with other women. Although I can't say for sure, that's at least my guess for now. Whatever it was, it drove Yuka's mind to a dark path, leading her to go grab a large kitchen knife and crawl back into their bed. As she laid there with the knife, Luna would finish up his shower and then come to bed, where he was met with the surprise of a knife inserted into his stomach by Yuka. The depth of the knife had went in as far as the handle. With the knife now in his stomach, Yuka told Luna that she loved him. And while Luna was profusely bleeding, he staggered and made his way out to the front of the apartment, where he laid on the concrete. Yuka followed him out there, sat down next to him, lit up a cigarette, and pulled out her phone. However, she wasn't calling 911. She was just messaging her friends. Now, thankfully other people were around to see that he was bleeding out. They called the emergency squad, got him to the hospital, and did a procedure where he would have a very slim chance of surviving, and luckily, he did survive. Now, this was just a few years ago. Yuka was charged for attempted murder, and her sentence was light for almost taking someone's life. It was just a little over 3 years. There is a couple strange things to mention in this story that will give you a better idea of Yuka's dark way of thinking. Yuka had told everyone the man she was seeing was quitting his job to come live with her and that they had fallen in love. The truth is, Yuka and Luna did see each other through business transactions, and he did agree on moving in with her. But Luna never agreed to dating Yuka, and also he never planned to quit his job. Yuka was projecting her own fantasy. And before Luna could even settle into their place together, a knife was deep into his stomach. So, what is happening now? Since Yuka's release from prison, Luna has been quiet. Around the time of her arrest, he stated it was a miracle he survived, and was dubbed the name Luna Phoenix for his strength and continuing his work. Yuka, on the other hand, at the time of this uploading, has been out of prison for about 2 months, and she is gaining a following fast because of this incident and the stories from it from just a few years ago. Yuka wasn't a social media influencer or had any notoriety at the time she attempted this murder. Unfortunately now, there's a lot of strange people thrilled to follow and support her. Many people were trying to find her while she was in prison so they could hopefully get their time of day with her. We live in a time where someone tries to murder someone and they come out as an influencer. To say this is twisted is an understatement, and I'm not defending Yuka by saying this, but a lot of people on the internet looked for her. It's not as if she has been advocating for her innocence. Because she did admit to these crimes, people are just oddly blinded, and strange enough to think this is someone that they want to be with. Many people are wondering why she isn't talking about Luna since her release from prison. I don't know Japan's laws, but it could be part of her sentencing to not talk about him or contact him, or she just wants to avoid the attention altogether. It's still too soon to say. However, her content of herself trying to be silly and playful seems to be working just fine. It's as if these people really don't care that she tried to murder someone. It's an interesting case. As with women who supported Bundy when he was on trial, it's as if history is giving its turn to show how ignorance works in both ways when it comes to fantasizing a killer. For context, those two cases are very different. I'm just drawing the comparison of someone clearly in the wrong getting infatuated support. For anyone interested in Yuka on the internet, they need to consider what it would be like to be unable to move on a cold ground in a pool of your own blood, half naked, surrounded by people that you don't have the energy to ask help for. And in that same moment, the person you've been wanting is sitting right next to you, sitting on their phone, talking casually to their friends while your vision goes black. Your life is now in the hands of others, and it's possibly gone because of this person you say is too cute to kill. And hell, even if you are lucky enough that doctors do get to you, it's still a very slim chance that you're going to survive. There was no good reason that Luna almost lost his life that evening. I've seen people ask about Yuka's release on my first video about her, and it made me think about it when I learned she just got out. This viral stabber is back trying to make cute videos and getting followers. I wanted to share the message when making this video. This isn't the first case coming to fame and money after a murderous crime, but Yuka Takaoka is adored as a real-life yandere now and out of prison. At the time of this upload, Yuka's been out for about 2 months, and she has social media accounts already garnering over 100,000 followers. Her numbers are respectable to the average eye. I just question the mindset of her followers though. It's mind-boggling that these people defend her. And for the people saying she's too cute to kill, she was ugly enough to do it, and she failed, and I hope her stab at social media fame fails too. Stay safe, like and subscribe for more, and I'll see you with the next one.